We are back, everyone. Just had a few technical difficulties. I couldn't see the chat either, so that was a problem. So I just went ahead and stopped the stream and restarted it. And now because I'm trying to. There we go. But yeah, we're back. Like I said, we're gonna finish up Knuckles' campaign. And then we'll probably call it a night after that. But yeah, I couldn't see the chat because the chat was completely frozen. Like, it was saying there were people in there. And Twitch was also saying there were people in there. And like, since it was frozen, I didn't want to risk like not being able to see the chat at all. So I just went ahead and restarted the stream just in case you guys try and talk to me or anything. Don't want you guys to feel like I'm ignoring you or anything. Because I love you guys so much, and I thank every single last one of you for tuning in. The border is a little off. I'm going to try and fix that. There we go. Alright. And now, back to your regularly scheduled entertainment. I could not say words today. Alright. Getting right to it, my favorite thing to do every single time I come here. Damn. They're not gonna let me do it. I'm gonna do it anyways. Other side. See that crack? Fuck that crack. Fuck Sonic 2! I've never seen Knuckles do that. I was stuck sideways. Okay, I think I know where that one is. Because that one's in a really janky place. So I've never actually gotten that emerald to spawn there before. Until, like, recently. But it's, like, around... over there. Yeah, in here. I've never had an emerald spawn in here before. But like the last like 3 times I played the game, one of the emeralds is always in here. Don't know why. Don't know why, but yeah. Alright, let's find that last one. Okay, so it is below me. I see it. Not too bad, right? Huh? Good enough. We are in the home of your ancient ancestors, Knuckles.
The 7 emeralds are essential to our survival. It is for the good of all our people.
How can I make you understand? Attacking other countries, stealing and killing can't be the right path to peace. No one has the right to take their holy grounds. I beg you, Father.
Huh? Now where am I? Back in Station Square, I see. What's going on here anyway?
All right. you can see yeah, you can see they get knocked unconscious around the same time Knuckles comes around this area. Ooh, I have to pee again. I drink a lot of water. I'll be right back.
Knuckles. Oh, this isn't what you're after.
You're right.
That's okay, though. I can use you as a guinea pig to test it. Chaos! Chaos!
Chaos? It's that creature again. The same one I saw on my island. He was there when the Master Emerald shattered. I'm sure of it. He saved me the trouble of looking for him. Now I'll get him good.
Way to go, Chaos!
Ha! Changing shape won't scare me. Fine, give it your best shot.
Alright. Time to Chaos 2. This is the only time you fight Chaos 2. It's a very simple boss battle. When he does that, just bump into him, he'll automatically go back to normal. You have to wait till he attacks you first to attack him, otherwise you can't do anything. You gotta wait for that attack right there. Easy to dodge, and then jump on him. Super simple. Because if you try and get him to attack him now, he just does that, and he's completely invincible when he does that, so. You know, whenever he does that, just wait till the last moment and start gliding. You should be fine. Oh yeah, Knuckles has a punch attack. I probably should be using that. Sometimes I forget these characters have these things. Oh, that's weird. He usually goes back and reforms into that ball, but he didn't that time. Oh dear. Knuckles! There we go. He will get out of that animation. It's like, Knuckles, hurry up! It's like, I ain't trying to loop through his cycles again. All right. Yeah, it just kind of warps you to the Mystic Ruins here.
I wonder why Sonic is after the Master Emerald. I better work fast to get to the bottom of this.
Wrong button. Alright, and unfortunately Knuckles falls for Eggman's trap again, thinking that Sonic is after the Master Emerald Shards when he's actually after the Chaos Emerald Shards. Even though at this point Sonic and Knuckles are friends, and he could just walk up and ask Knuckles, or Knuckles could just walk up and ask him, and it's like, hey, any reason you're going after the Master Emerald Shards? And Sonic would be like, no, we're going after Chaos Emeralds. And it's like, oh, okay, cool, never mind then. And I just feel like that would have been a better interaction, considering, you know, Knuckles and Sonic are friends.
Press the jump and action buttons simultaneously.
But this is Sonic Adventure DX. It's the first 3D Sonic game, so like the first one were like real story and voice acting. So I feel like it's because one of those things like that Sega probably didn't like anticipate us knowing that they're friends already. Because for people who didn't read the instruction booklet or anything, so I kind of get it, but it's like you gotta have some faith in your readers or your players. Like if someone's consuming your media, you have to have some faith in them. They would know that. My thing is also, they could have rewrote the game at any time as well. Oh man, I forgot about Switch. I forgot to bring it with you. I also just remembered, I wonder if I can go get the maximum heat Knuckles attack already. I don't think you can. I think it's blocked off until after I beat this boss, but yeah. Knuckles only has 3 more levels left. It's Red Mountain, then the was it Forgotten Land or something like that? I forgot what it's called. The Ancient Land, something like that. And then the Egg Carrier. And then we're done with Knuckles' campaign. They have a weird way of digging in this game. You have to press A and B at the exact same time. And as a kid, I thought that was so difficult, and I have no idea why. Also, as a kid, though, I think I thought it was difficult because then the original, in Sonic Adventure 2, I played Sonic Adventure 2 first. And to dig, you just jump and press B, like it was just, you know, an old thing to do. So I kept trying to do that here as a kid, and I could not figure it out. But yeah, you have to press them at the same time, which isn't hard by any means. So I don't know what I was tripping about as a little kid. Maybe I was just stupid. I don't know. You think everything's difficult as a little kid, so it's like whatever. Yep. Alrighty, and stage 3 out of 5. If you're wondering, the Tikal on this level straight up shows you exactly where the Emerald Shards are, but this one right here, the one if you're wondering why I walked past it, this one doesn't show you anything. It just talks. Yeah. One thing I do miss about Sonic, I didn't know this. It's exclusive to Adventure 2 Battle. It's not an Adventure 2, but the exclamation points when you're digging for an emerald and you and like the point is like right below you, an exclamation point will appear if it's right below you, so you like know exactly where to dig at. That does not happen in Sonic Adventure 2, like the original Dreamcast one, at all. And so sometimes digging for emeralds can be a pain. This game, the levels aren't big enough for that to be a problem, I feel like. Yeah, it is higher. But yeah, she just straight up directly shows you where it is. It's very helpful, especially if you like to speedrun games. There's also no penalty for using them. They just take a little bit of time to find. That's it. Okay, up. And also, the treasure hunting levels were brand new to this game, so it does make sense why I didn't have to dig underground once. It's like, so it does make sense why they'd have a designated way to show you exactly where they need to go. Lost World. That's the other area we're missing. Is this, then Lost World, then Egg Carrier. So we're almost done, guys. And then at that point, we're at this point, we're already more than halfway done with the game. Realistically speaking, like if we're talking proportionally wise, just beating Sonic's campaign is half the game. Because not only so Sonic has 10 levels, and you're just like, well, that's not half the game. So most characters have 5. Well, only a few of them have 5. Amy has 2, Big has 3, I believe. Gamma has 4 or 5, and then Knuckles and Tails have 5, and then Sonic has 10. But also, every character's levels are, with the exception of Hot Shelter, every character's levels are just smaller segments of Sonic levels. Which you probably noticed while we were just in playing as Knuckles just then, but it's just a segment of one of Sonic's levels. And then same with Windy Valley and Ice Cap Zone for Tails, they were just segments of Sonic levels. So yeah, realistically speaking, Sonic's levels do take up half the game. Because not only are his levels double in size of everybody else's, but he also has just more. Because he has 10, and the only person who come close to him are Knuckles and Tails that both have 5 each. Everyone else has lower than 5. Because I know for a fact Amy only has 2, which I think is kind of strange. Sonic also fights almost every single one of the bosses. The only 2 bosses Sonic doesn't fight. 3 bosses. The only 3 bosses that Sonic doesn't fight is he doesn't fight the Egg Walker like Tails does in his final boss. He doesn't fight Zero like Amy does for her final boss, and then she doesn't fight Beta like Gamma's final boss. Oh, he also doesn't fight Chaos too. And you're just like, well, that's a lot of bosses he doesn't fight. Well, that's not accounting for every other boss he does fight. Like the Egg Hornet at the beginning, him and Tails both fight that one. He fights Chaos 4 right here, just like I'm about to fight as Knuckles. He has to fight the Egg Carrier. You have to fight the Egg Carrier as Tails and Sonic. So like when you're shooting the ship, or when you're shooting Eggman's ship down, that counts as a boss fight. And Sonic does have to do that boss fight. You have to fight Chaos 6, which Knuckles' final boss is Chaos 6, and that's not even Sonic's final boss because this story continues after that. But yeah, Sonic just has to do the most compared to everybody else. And then, of course, the Knuckles boss fight, Sonic, of course, has to do. Even though you also do it as Tails. Still don't know why Eggman's feeding a literal god of destruction, but I guess he doesn't care about danger, as evident from majority of the Sonic games. Alright, the third and final time of fighting Chaos 4. Don't know why all the bosses they reuse. They reuse this one. I would have been fine if they reused Chaos 0. This was just a lot of waiting. They could have reused Chaos 0. They could have reused Chaos 2. Funny enough, we see Chaos 0, which is Chaos 1 when Sonic first fight him. We see Chaos 1 right after we beat the Egg Hornet in Tails and Knuckles' campaign, Tails and Sonic's campaign. We see Chaos 1. Then we see Chaos 2 as Knuckles. But because in every single campaign, Chaos gets the 2 Chaos Emeralds right after becoming Chaos 2, we never see Chaos 3. It goes from 3 directly to 4. This is Chaos 4 right here. And then we don't see Chaos 5 at all either, and then because it goes to, he gets 2 more and then jumps to Chaos 6. So we never see Chaos 3 and we never see Chaos 6. Or Chaos, we never see Chaos 3 and Chaos 5. We only see Chaos, we see a Chaos 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 4, 6, and 7. And 7 is perfect Chaos. One of these days I would like them to reuse Chaos as a villain, and I want them to go back and remake a Chaos 3 and 5. I just feel like they're missing, and the game would be better for it. The series would be better for it if we did just add that lifestyle nitpick. Because it's the small things fans like. I like small shit like that. Like they don't have to. Obviously, I'm still gonna love the series if they don't go back and do it. But it'd be like a nice touch that they do go back and do it. Like I ain't gonna be mad if they never do it. I just would like that they do if they did do it, because it'd be nice. It'd be like nice to see what it looks like. All right, that was the third and final time we had to fight fucking Chaos 4. We're fucking done. No, your screens didn't go, like, 'cause the sound didn't cut off. That cutscene is just very quiet, and I've been trying to be quiet during cutscenes.
Hurry, Sonic! What are we waiting for? My workshop's closed, so let's get the tornado and go after him.
He says my workshop's close, like we can't all see it in our peripheral vision. Like, yeah, it's close, Tails. It's like 10 steps away. In fact, you can see it in the background of this cutscene.
No problem, Knuckles. We'll take care of everything here. Let's move.
Knuckles runs that direction, but that's not the direction we need to go. We need to go this way. Just making sure, though, I'm gonna go talk to Call. Yep. Yeah, the trolley collar was not functional earlier, so we couldn't get the maximum heat Knuckles attack, but now we can. Alright, there's a statue right there that we gotta go grab, but I'll come back for it. One of the best things they added to this game was a map. So that tiny little circle on the left-hand that looks like a hook, that's where we need to go to get the other. There's 2 statues, and we need to get those statues. That map's not in the Dreamcast version, and it's not that this place isn't hard to navigate by any means. You can probably find your way around in a good like 5 minutes. But the map is kind of a nice little touch. It makes it even easier. Like they didn't need to add it, but it was a necessary addition. Alright, and this gives us the maximum heat Knuckles attack. Again, only useful for like one boss fight, but hey, it makes the boss fight go faster.
Action button. Now you can do the maximum heat Knuckles attack.
Alright, and then while we're over here, there is something I want to get at Big's house. Come over here. Jump down here. There's an emblem in there. There's another emblem, like outside of this area that you can get. You can easily get with Tails or Knuckles. I'll get it here in a second. Because once you finish this level I'm about to do, Lost World, it's gonna throw you back out into the main area of the Mystic Ruins anyways. So I might as well. Alright, let's go. And that's where we need to go to the other statue, but I'm going to go ahead and drop this one first. Yeah, as a little kid, I did not notice that it was just literally a couple steps away. I like how she says this. The door to the past. I love how she says that. Don't know why. That should just be over in here. As a kid, every time I replayed this game, this part I dreaded because I could never find this shit. The first time I found it by complete luck. Because I also, as a little kid, apparently never paused and saw the word map. Granted, this game came out in 2003. I would have been 6 years old, I think, when this game came out. No, 5, because it came out like September of 2003, I think. I turned 6 December of 2003. But yeah, this game came out in, I believe 2003, so I was about 5 years old. And like, yeah, you can obviously read and shit when you're 5 years old, but like, you're a kid, you don't want to fucking read unless you're, okay, I did when I got older. When I got into, I want to say, 2nd or 3rd grade, I got really into reading. It was 2nd or 3rd grade, but like 1st grade, I did not give a fuck about reading. Like, being fucking for real, like, I just didn't care. As most children don't. I did, unfortunately, have this thing called Accelerated Reader when I was in fucking elementary school. Oh, I fucking hated that shit. So, Accelerated Reader, or we dubbed it AR. Oh, shit. Damn! So, Accelerated Reader, or AR, as we dubbed it, you have to read the book, and then you have to take a test over the book. But it's like every single book you read, you have to read it and then take a test over it. What sucks about that is also different books are worth a different amount of points, so bigger books are worth larger amount of points, obviously. Well, I guess their reasoning was like some kids just need to be pushed harder, but I didn't think that was fair at all. So, for example, obviously some kids can read better than others. That's just a fact. Some people, the same thing as adults. Some adults read better than some other adults. Well, one thing I thought was extremely unfair was you essentially got punished. It felt like for being smart. So what I mean by that is, so at the beginning of the year, they didn't tell us what this test was. I've actually found it out. I literally just drew the context clues from what this was. So in around 3rd grade, I realized every year we take this thing called the STAR test, and we take it on the computers using the same exact system we did as the AR test or Excel Reader test. We use the same exact system, and the better you scored on that, the more points you need to get every 6 weeks. Yeah, we'd have 6 weeks. Every 6 weeks, we'd have to get a certain goal. I call it AR goal, and every 6 weeks, we were supposed to reach a certain goal. So, depending on how well you do on a test, that would determine your reading level. So we have this reading level range in our library. So all books have levels like this book is rated 1.1 in difficulty reading, 2.2 in difficulty reading, 3.0, and it was based off grade level. So 1.0 was supposed to be 1.0 to 1.9 to be 1st grade. 2.0 to 2.9 to be 2nd grade, and that's how it was supposed to work. Like this, and that's how the books were like labeled. Like this book is good for a 2nd grade. This goes for books for a 3rd grader. Well, my level was always higher than what it was be. By the time I was in 3rd grade, my level was at a 5.8, I believe. Meaning I was reading at a 5th grade level by the time I was in 3rd grade. By my school standards, I think every school had a different standard, but by my school's standard, I was at a 5th grade reading level by 3rd grade. I did not know that was because of that STAR test. That STAR test we took every year determined our reading level and our goal. And so I always had a higher level, but a higher goal to reach. So while I'm over here needing to get 15 points, you'd have people like little Jacob over there who has to only get 5 points. And I remember distinctly when I was in 2nd grade, I had to get 17 points. Now, there's a book series called Hank the Cowdog. There were 3 points each. So those were my books of choice. I could literally read a single one of them in a single afternoon. They were not hard. They gave me lots of points. So for 17 points, I'd have to read about 6 of them. There were 39 in the series. There were actually more. There's like 40. 40, I think, by the time I was in 2nd grade. I think there was like 40 something in the series. So they're easy to read. I also read Magic Treehouse books because The beginning of the series of them were like 1 point each. I could literally read them in, I kid you not, like 2 hours. They're really short books. I can read them for about 2 hours, get them done, get a single point. And so I really read like, you know, a mixture between those and Hank the Cowdog. And then I also got to read these ones called Sugar Creek Gang. Those were more like 5th grade level books. They were like mystery books. So I read those. Same thing with Hardy Boys. Hardy Boys were like middle school level books, but I would read those. So those would be worth 4 to 5 points. For example, if I just wanted to get my AR goal done, I'd just read like a Hardy Boy, like 2 Hardy Boy books, and I'd be good because they were worth like 5, 6, 7 points because they were higher reading level. And that was another thing. I had to get permission to read out of my reading level because the Hardy Boy book, by the time I was in 3rd grade, like I said, those were like, I think, middle school reading level books. And by the time I was in 3rd grade, I was just like, well, I need 17 points. This Hardy Boy book's interesting. It's worth 5 points. I might as well read the Hardy Boy book. I got so angry that I realized that the other kids did not have to also get 17 points. I remember one time I had to get 23. I had 27 kids in my class. 27 kids in my class. I had to get 23 points, and there was only 2 people that had to get more points than me. There was one kid that had to get 28, and there was one kid that had to get 25. I had to get 23. But the other 24 kids in my class had to get a lesser amount of it. And I remember my teacher, there was one kid who was struggling to read, and his AR goal was 5. I was like, 5? I could read a Hardy Boy book and be done with it. But for him, he couldn't read that well. So my teacher asked if I could help him read and get his AR goal. Now, of course, I'm being a nice little kid, and I say yes. My teacher did ask. She did not force me. It was not for a grading thing. She just asked. I believe his name was Blake. It was a little kid, like very nice kid, like well-behaved kid and everything. He wasn't even like a problem child or anything. He was a kid, and I actually ended up being friends with Blake all the way through high school. Like, we knew each other all the way through high school. He ended up being a really good kid. He actually ended up doing very well for himself too. I believe. I don't remember what he does now, but he's very successful. Either way, he's very successful. He does well for himself now. And like I said, we ended up becoming longtime friends. So it wasn't like my teacher forced me. She just asked if I could. Me being a nice person, I said I would help. But I did think it was stupidly unfair that Blake only had to get 5 points for his reading goal, and I had to get 17. So here I was helping him get his, and I'm over here struggling to get mine. Granted, again, like I said, I chose that because I wanted to be nice, and Blake was a nice kid. Like I said, he was definitely one of those kids who wanted to learn. He was just having a hard time doing so. He was not by any means like a problem kid or anything. He was not disruptive. Like, you could tell he does what generally want to learn. And like, he was happy that he was actually like, I remember him being actually happy that I was helping him learn to read. So I was like, I feel like I did a good thing by doing that. But yeah, that being said, it did piss me off that his reading goal was only 5 and mine was 17. It's like, yes, I get it. It's because I read at a different level than he does. But it's like, okay, but like, I was like, it's not fair that I guess, thinking about it, I guess no, we would typically spend around the same amount of time reading. It's just, I guess I've read a harder material. I don't know, I just don't think it's fair, personally. Oh, and I was just in there. Oh, well, I might as well get the emblem on over here. But yeah. I don't hate the kid, I don't even hate the teacher. I'm not mad that I did it. I don't regret that I did it. Like I said, me and Blake ended up being friends all through high school. I don't regret my decision. I just think it's not fair that I had to. I had to. I guess I'll say that. I feel like I had to exert more effort than that they had to. It's like, I get it. It's because I could read faster than they could. So to me, I was like reading a bigger book. Because I'll be honest, by the time I was in 5th grade, I was already reading Harry Potter. In fact, in 5th grade, my 5th grade teacher, she gave me a copy of Aragon because all year long I went to read Aragon, but it kept being checked out in our library by someone else. And then she had her own copy, and like every time someone was done with it, they turn it in and then someone else would grab it. And like, of course, she has to be fair. She can't just hold on to it for me because she has to treat all the students the same. But I do distinctly remember, like, my final day of graduation, my teacher, she's like, here, I wanted to give you something because you've been waiting on years. She bought me the book Aragon, and I used that. I read that book over the summer. Love the book. The movie wasn't so great. I watched the movie first, and then read the book, and like, I remember distinctly reading the book, and I'm like, who are these people like that I'm mentioning? I was like, they are not in the movie. And it's because that's when I was like in 5th grade, so obviously I didn't understand that, sometimes they cut things out of movies they cut things out of books to make the to fit into the movie. And that is like the best example of when I finally learned it was just like, oh, movies are not one-to-one the books. They take liberties to make sure they're entertaining. They cut things out to keep the movie entertaining. Yeah, because I just have the distinct memory of reading Aragon. And I remember I was sitting in my room looking and I was just like, who are these people? It's like, they're not in the movie. It's like, so many names are just mentioned and they're not in the movie. The book overall, I give a solid, like, 8 out of 10. I feel like it can get a little, like, exposition-y sometimes where it over-explains things. Or, like, and I feel like it doesn't need to explain things. But, like, other than that, the book was great. I think the book was phenomenal. But yeah, there were moments I was just like, yeah, it didn't need to be. I see why they kept this out of the movie, but yeah, that's what that. Long story short, to get what I was saying is like I was at a higher reading level, and I had to be allowed to read at a higher level. And it's like it doesn't make sense that I'd be allowed to read at a higher level. It's like when I had to get more points. It's like maybe I don't feel like reading 3 Hardy Boys books in like 6 weeks. It's like sometimes I do feel like reading, sometimes I don't. Like that's just flat out how it is. And I think it's really unfair that I have to be forced to. It's like you already know I know how to read extremely well and above the level I'm supposed to be at. It's like I shouldn't be punished for doing so. It's like I get their mindset. It's like it's to push me forward to do better. So it's like I felt it was a punishment. It's like I felt like I didn't need to be doing that. But I don't know. That's just my personal opinion on that.
Now we'll see who's so easily tricked. I can sense the emeralds are here somewhere.
All right, and the final emerald shards are here on the egg carrier. And we're, honestly, perfect timing because we're just about at the 2-hour mark. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. I appreciate you guys. Ray also appreciates you, don't you, Ray? Okay, yeah, I forgot. You have to run this direction, the ship will change shape, and then I can go into the area.
This thing's always changing.
Alright, now I can go back. Oops, wrong way. There we go. Now the water should be drained out. Yep.
I sense the Master Emerald. It can't be far from here.
I feel that that dialogue should have triggered when I first walked into the room to make sure I'm going the right direction. I was like, stop walking through it, hit it. Alright, and now we're at Skydeck, the final zone. For Knuckles, anyways. Alright. This level's not too bad. Ah, fuck. It's like, this level's not too bad. It's not too huge either, so you know, so not too much room to worry about. But well, I think I'm gonna. Yeah. No, well, that's on me. That's on me. It's okay. All right. Let's see. I think it's down here. Yep. But yeah, that was just my little gripe with AR. I don't miss it. I did not see where she went. It's getting slower. Is something in there? Oh no, it's right there. I was like, is something in there? Fuck. Okay. I was like, I've never had something spawn in there before. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be in there. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna. So the gimmick of this level is sometimes you need to pull this switch over here. It's the only thing I don't like about this level because it makes getting all the Chaos Emeralds on time or the Master Emerald Shards on time really difficult. Because I believe this for the challenge, I think you have to beat this level in under 2 minutes. I think. And then yeah, this thing can be a little finicky sometimes. Nope, wrong way. I need you to tilt the other way, please. Okay, there, that should be it. Yeah, there we go. Oopsie. There we go. Not too bad.
The last missing piece. All right. Now, restore the Master Emerald. Oh no, not again. What is the meaning of this?
All right.
Hey, what happened here?
I couldn't stop them. They came, and my father. I had no idea how bad this would turn out. I'm shocked.
Look, it's the emerald. Wait.
And that has given us a little glimpse into the past of what happened to Chaos.
Is this a dream? It's more like a nightmare.
It can be a sweet dream or a beautiful nightmare, said Beyonce.
Are in front of the ship fighting. Help them.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't mind that they that sometimes they just put a call in like random locations where you're just like where you would just instinctively run into her, and then so you know where to go next. Because honestly, sometimes I hate where games give forced reasoning for characters to go a direction. Sonic Rivals is a good example of that because the game can't exist with the characters hating each other, and so you have to force these interactions that the characters would never even like have. It's just like. It's like Knuckles. If you're looking for the Master Emerald Shards again, why don't you ask Thunder for help? Why, it's like he's not even looking for the Master Emerald Shards. He's looking for the Chaos Emeralds. It's like, why are you even fighting him? So Sonic Rivals is a good example of like doing it poorly. It's like honestly in this game, if you can't figure out like a reason for that character to go that direction, I'm not upset with what they do with the call. Just like how she was just where I was standing. She's like, your friends are at the on the deck. Go and help them. It's like that's fine. Because guess what? That makes more sense than me just, like, wandering around for 2 hours. Like, where the fuck do I go now? It's just like, oh, well, how did I know I was supposed to go to the deck? It's like, why would I have gone to the deck? I have all the Master Emerald Shards. Wouldn't I have thought to leave the ship first?
I'd better let Sonic handle it from here. He'll do okay. Now, I must return to Angel Island and the Master Emerald. No, it can't be. I guess he didn't get enough the first time. You can't stop me from restoring the Master Emerald.
Alright, and this is the final time we have to technically fight Chaos 6. You have to quote-unquote fight him as big, but not really. And that's why you need the maximum Heat Knuckles attack. Because it takes out half his HP. Otherwise, just normally hit him does like a quarter. The maximum Heat Knuckles attack takes out half. Makes that boss battle so much easier and so much shorter. And we just complete Knuckles' campaign. Alright. So, we've completed Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and now there's only Amy, Big, and Gamma left. They have the shortest campaigns in the game. Like I said, Amy only has 2 levels, and Big, I think, has 3. Gamma, I believe, only has 4? Maybe, I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, their campaigns will be really short. But let's go ahead and enjoy the rest of Knuckles' campaign. I'll let you guys listen to it.
should do it. Perfect. All is well now. The Master Emerald and the island have been restored. I'll probably be on this floating island forever. Guarding the
That didn't last
Master
long.
Emerald again. I may not know the whole story behind this, but perhaps it's better that way. I'm at peace once more.
And that, my friends, was Knuckles' campaign. He also has a banger of a song for an ending, so I'm gonna let you guys hear that.
Here I come, rougher than the rest of them, the best of them, tougher than leather. You can call me Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles. I'm hard as nails. It ain't hard to tell. I break them down whether they solid or frail. Unlike the rest, I'm independent since my first breath. First test, feel the right, then the worst left.
Born on an island in the heavens, the blood of my ancestors flows inside me. My duty is to save the flower from evil deterioration. Yeah.
I will be the one to set your heart free, true. Cleanse yourself with them evil spirits that's in you.
Streaking lights, loud sounds, and instincts are the elements that keep me going. I am fighting my own mission. Nothing's gonna stand in my way, no, no.
I will be the one to set your heart free, true. Cleanse yourself with them evil spirits that's in you.
Won't be frightened, I'll stand up to all the pain and turmoil. Just believe in myself, won't rely on others. Get this power to wipe out the havoc and anarchy. This is my planet, gonna fight for my destiny.
Here I come, rougher than the rest of them, the best of them, tougher than leather. You can call me Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles. I'm hard as nails. It ain't hard to tell. I break them down whether they solid or frail. Unlike the rest, I'm independent since my first breath. First test, feel the right, then the worst left.
I have no such things as weak spots. Don't approve of him, but gotta trust him. This alliance has a purpose. This partnership is only temporary. Yeah.
I will be the one to set your heart free, true. Cleanse yourself of evil spirits that got in you.
Be fighting now, stand up to all the pain and turmoil. Just believe in myself, won't rely on others. We all will be waiting when serenity is restored. This is my planet, I shall not surrender. Won't be frightened, I'll stand up to all the pain and turmoil. Just believe in myself, won't rely on others. I get this power to wipe out the havoc and anarchy. This is my plan, it's gonna fight
wickedness. Knock, knock, it's Knuckles, the blow thrower, independent flower, magical emerald holder. Give you the coldest shoulder. My spike goes through boulders. That's why I stay alone. I was born by myself. I don't need a posse. I get it on by myself. Adversaries get shelved.
And there we go, guys. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow to hopefully finish off this game. Everyone else's campaign is a lot shorter, so I think we can finish it off tomorrow. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. And I will see you guys next time. Alright? I was adjusting the sound so you guys could actually hear me because I knew that was about to come on. I had to like focus on that for a second. I was just like, it's gonna do the bang. Oh, before I go though. So yes, there's a mission mode that I'll show you guys eventually too. I don't know if I'll complete it on here on stream. But I did want to show you. So earlier when we unlocked it, yeah. So we have a minigame collection here from collecting emblems. And there you go. We can play the original Sonic the Hedgehog on the original Game Gear. It is, like I said, it's the Game Gear version, so it's not going to be like the Genesis version, like if you play Sonic Mega Collection, for example. I am playing on an original GameCube, if you're wondering what the reference from Mega Collection, but yeah. The Game Gear version also adds that at the beginning, because that's also not in the original Genesis version. But yeah, Sonic Labyrinth, Sonic Drifts, I believe Sonic Drift 2 as well. Yeah, you drop one ring when you get hit. It's crazy, even though, you lose all of them, it only shows one ring getting dropped. But yeah, this is Sonic, the original Sonic game for the Sega Game Gear. One of Sega's first handheld consoles. It is dated as fuck, as you can see. I don't know if you know what that does. I have no idea what that did. Oh! It's dated and kind of clunky. Uh-oh. Shit. Yeah, I didn't find the Chaos Emerald level, I think. You have to find the Chaos Emeralds in the level or something. But yeah, that is that. I just want to show you guys that real quick before I departed. But alright, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I've been your half-homosexual host, REY Los Leones. And you guys have been watching That One RPG Guy. Bye-bye now.